this is Laura and Arnie with Crazy Cool Cakes.
And we're so glad you can join us again.
We want to welcome you to our second video in our Cake Biz series. And today we have some really good comments that we're going to be covering. And again, we're going to be offering you our suggestions and advice as to how to deal with the topics that we're going to be covering today. So in reading all of your comments on the last video and a few in the first video, we actually saw a recurring topic, and a lot of you have questions with how to deal with friends and family when it comes to your cake business. And of course, as cake artists, this is something that we all have dealt with. You know, when we first start our cake businesses, that's usually where we start, is by making cakes for friends and family. And so thank God for friends and family. You know, that's how we get a lot of practice. That's how we learn new skills. That's how we learn from our mistakes.
And we get our referrals.
And we get a lot of referrals from friends and family. But in reading the comments, I've noticed that a lot of you have finally gotten to the point where, you know, I also got, which is to where you have actually now turned this into an actual business, and now you're starting to see some uncomfortable situations come up with friends and family. So a lot of the questions that we got were dealing with how do we deal with friends and family.
Uncomfortable for who?
Yeah, for everybody if you ask me. This first one is from Erica Lee. So thank you for your comment, Erica.
Hi, Erica.
And in her comment, she says, one issue I would love for you to touch on is dealing with cakes and family/friends. So she says, I'm a home baker starting out, and I only baked for family and friends until I built my skill set to sell cakes to the public, which we've all done.
Right.
I've done it, but it took a while for me to tell people closest to me, no more free cakes. Yes, so, and of course, you know, I really want to applaud you because you actually had the courage to take it upon yourself and to say to them, no more free cakes, because some people, a lot of people, don't ever have the courage, you know, to stand up to their friends and family and to put their foot down. I know that I had a really hard time with it in the beginning.
It's hard, yeah.
So she says, and this is going to strike a chord with everyone, she says they don't seem to understand the money and time that goes into creating these custom cakes. And she's correct. Unfortunately, they don't. And really, if you think about it, family and friends are really no different than clients.
That's true.
A lot of them just do not understand, you know, the amount of time that it takes and the amount of work that goes into your cakes. Before I actually get into the details of that comment, I want to also read another comment that is very, very similar, and this was actually a reply. This is from Alicia Sanchez, and this was a reply to another cake artist, but she says, one of my friends from church asked me to bake 30 cupcakes for her baby shower, emphasizing to give her a good discount because we are sisters in Christ. I just gave her my regular charge for the job. She never called back, and I wasn't invited to the baby shower. Whatever.
Hater!
So, again, this is probably would be considered a friend, you know?
Right.
This also goes into the category of what we're talking about, friends and family.
Right.
This topic here that we're talking about right now, guys, is probably one of the most difficult things that you are ever going to have to go through in your cake business.
That's true.
But really the only way that your business is ever going to grow and you're ever going to grow personally as a cake artist is just by confronting the situation head on. It's very uncomfortable. You know, you run the risk of offending people, of getting feelings hurt, of relationships changing. And I speak from experience. Everything that we're talking about, I have been through. One of the ways that you can get through this very uncomfortable stage quickly in your cake business is to first think about yourself and think about where you want your business to go.
That's good.
Thank God for friends and family. Like one of the cake artists said a little while ago in the comment, that, you know, we build our skill set. This is how we practice, and thank God for them. I mean, I really, truly appreciate every person, friend and family member that ordered from me in the beginning. But do they still order from me? Hardly any of them do, and you guys will experience the same thing. So you have one of two choices that you have to make. One is going to be whether you're going to charge friends and family full price, just like you would any other client, or two is going to be not to do cakes for friends and family at all anymore. Now, if you want to do the first, which is pretty much what we've done,
Sure.
is you just have to be honest. Let them know this is officially now a cake business and you cannot be doing cakes for free or at discounted prices. If you have to, get into the details, explain to them. These cakes take a lot of time. They take a lot of work. They take a lot of my own money out of pocket, and I can no longer do that. It's going to be hurting my business. So you need to just be totally honest with them. That's really the best thing that you can do. Now, most of us struggle with telling friends and family no more free cakes. So we basically put ourselves in a trap and we continue offering discounts. But you have to think about this, guys. If you put yourself in that situation, it's never going to end. Friends and family will always expect you to continue doing cakes for free or to continue doing cakes at a discounted price. And in the end, guys, it truly is going to end up hurting you. It's going to end up hurting your business. And I know it's very uncomfortable. It's a very difficult thing to do, but it's something that just has to be done. If the only reason why you're going to continue giving discounts to friends and family is out of fear because you're afraid of disappointing them, hurting their feelings, or upsetting them, that's not a good enough reason to keep doing it. So, just like we mentioned in the other videos, you have to take your time,
That's right.
your work into consideration. And, friends and family, they mean well. But, guys, again, just like a regular client, when they come to you and they ask you to do a cake for them and they're expecting a discount, they have no idea what it is that they're asking you to do. If you continue giving discounts, remember you're pretty much forfeiting the right to complain about the cake order. Absolutely nothing wrong to do a cake for a friend or family member out of the kindness of your heart. So I always, tell a lot of my participants in my webinar, either you do it completely for free and you're just gifting them a cake, or you're gonna do a discount. But if you give them a discount, don't complain about the work. Don't complain about everything that you have to go through to create that cake for them, and then don't complain if they don't really appreciate what you ended up doing for them. Remember, we as cake artists, we're the ones that decide the prices. We're the ones that decide what we offer. We're the ones that decide what we're gonna do for clients and for friends and family. So my best advice, and we talk about it all the time, truly the best thing that you can do for your cake business is to not give discounts. You want to charge like you do anybody else. It's my personal opinion that if a friend or family member expects a discount, in a way that's kind of disrespectful.
It's presumptuous.
Yeah, because they know that you have a business. Many of you are married, you have a husband, you have children, and friends and family just cannot expect you to just drop everything that you're doing for your entire life to stop and dedicate to their cake.
Wow.
So, I've talked with hundreds and hundreds of cake artists and have heard about so many uncomfortable situations where they even had family members get upset because they did not give them a discount. So to me, that's very disrespectful.
That's what I was going to say. That respect, they don't respect you for
yeah,
that.
and if a friend and family member really loves you and cares about you,
Then
first
they're
of
gonna
all,
understand.
they're going to understand, and they would never dream of asking for a discount. That's kind of taking advantage of you. If a friend or family member truly loves you and respects you, they're not going to ask you for a discount. They're not going to try and take advantage of you. And if they really do respect what you do, they're going to pay you full price. So again, guys, remember, it's just like dealing with any other client. You choose who you want to serve. And friends and family can also be excellent clients once you establish that relationship.
That respect.
That respect. If you do not put a stop to it, this is something that can drag on for years and years.
Oh my God,
years.
so many.
And imagine the amount of resent that you're going to start feeling towards these people when you really shouldn't be feeling that way towards family and friends. It's a very uncomfortable situation, but the best way to...
kind of a trap.
It's a trap. You put yourself in that trap, and it's a very uncomfortable situation. But the best way to get through it is to just rip it off like a Band-Aid. It's got to be done. Now,
Right off.
Now, if they get upset, they get insulted, they get their feelings hurt, remember, guys, you can't control that. You cannot control how a person reacts. A truly successful cake business is not made up of friends and family. Again, thank God for friends and family, because That's the way we always get started.
You got your start.
You got your start. You know, you learn new skills, you practice and all that. But you have to get to the point, guys, where you finally decide, okay, again, where do I want this business to go? Do I want to continue just being the cake lady for friends and family? Or do I want this business to go to the next level?
That's
and if
right.
you want the business to go to the next level, you have to make that uncomfortable decision. From now on, I'm going to charge all family and friends like a regular client. Or if I give a discount, then I'm not going to complain. I'm going to just keep my mouth closed, and I'm going to just do it with a big old smile on my face.
Yeah.
But a lot of you, and I'll be honest, me too, I had a very difficult time keeping a big old smile on my face because I completely regretted what I had gotten myself into. So if you're in that situation where the same thing keeps happening over and over and over again, the same friends,
The vicious circle.
It's a vicious cycle. The same friends and family keep asking for discounts, and you keep saying yes.
Because they see you as the hookup.
Yeah, it's like, okay, and then you say to yourself, the next time I'm gonna put my foot down, and it's gotta happen, guys. Let today be the day. You know,
You're still the hookup. You're the hookup that can only make that fabulous cake. You're the only one. So there you go.
And again, just like any other client, if they're coming to you because you're the cake artist, they have to pay like everybody else.
Hello.
So this comment here from Alicia was, you know, we really got a chuckle out of it because this was a lady from her church wanting the hookup, right?
Her sister in Christ.
Her sister in Christ wanting a hookup and pretty much asking her, give me a discount because we have the same faith, because we go to the same church. And so I'm proud of you, Alicia, for not backing down, you know, standing firm, and you went ahead and gave her the regular price. And apparently she didn't like it.
Here's what I saw. She said, give me the hookup because I'm a Christian. Well, I'm a Christian too, so shouldn't I be blessed as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you're a Christian, you respect
Right.
the work that another person is doing.
Right.
You know? That is not at all a Christian attitude, trying to take advantage that
I
way.
know.
So anyways, guys, I mean, there's a million things that we could say about that. But apparently this woman didn't even invite her to the baby shower, all because she didn't do for her what she wanted. So you guys will actually come across those situations a lot. You'll see that when you finally put your foot down and you told your friends and family no more, you're not going to get invited to the parties anymore.
You might lose some friendships.
You know, they're not going to be calling you as often or at all like they used to. A lot of things are going to change, and that's when you really and truly find out who really cares about you.
You might not even make it over for Christmas.
Yeah. So a lot of uncomfortable situations, you know, and you know, we don't at all mind that the majority of our friends and the majority of our family order cakes from somebody else because they get it less expensive. Of course, the work is not that good, but we don't at all mind because we know the type of business that we want to run, and we cannot afford, nor do we want to be donating our time and donating our work. It's just not effective at all. Okay, this next comment is from Lil Stephanie, and she says, hi, I'm a UK baker and I started out last year knowing very few people around, but I thank God because I'm starting to get a lot of orders these days. So good for you, Stephanie. She
That's
says,
little Stephanie.
Lil Stephanie.
Lil Stephanie.
L-I-L. So she says, I know I charge too little, but how do I increase my prices without sending people away? This totally applies to what we're talking about. You know, if a family member or a friend wants to order a cake from you and you tell them, I now have to charge you full price, don't look at it as you turning them away. They're basically making a big old U-turn and walking the other way. They're the ones that are deciding not to order from you anymore. So Stephanie, your question is, how do I raise my prices without losing clients or without being rejected? And the answer is, you can't.
You're gonna.
You're going to. And it's exactly what we talked about, you know, in the last video. If you have a fear of being rejected, you have a fear that people aren't going to want to order, you have, you know, all of those things going on in your mind, don't be afraid of it.
People are going to talk bad about me.
Yeah.
It's gonna
don't worry about your reputation. Don't worry about people talking bad about you. I mean, let them do what they're going to do. It's not true, so don't let it affect you in any way.
And besides, more people are going to talk well about you than
Exactly.
than they will.
So again, it all comes down to just being confident. Value your own time. Value your own work. When you raise your prices, people will skedaddle. I mean, that's just it's a fact.
They will get on.
They'll get on. I mean, there's absolutely nothing we can do about it. So Stephanie, how do you increase your prices without sending people away? You can't. You know, I talk about this a lot in my webinars, and I let the cake artists know that when I finally raised my prices, and this is, you know, something progressive that goes on
gradually
throughout the years. But when I started increasing my prices for the very first time, after having had extremely low prices for a long time, I lost about 95 to 97% of my clients.
Thank God.
But, you know, I wasn't saying thank God back then.
Oh, no.
I mean, it was something very, very scary. It was something very, very hard. What I first realized is that all of those clients that I lost, they never should have been my clients in the first place.
Hello.
Had I been charging correctly for my work since day one, I never would have chosen them as clients. Then the next thing that I realized is that with time, every single one of those clients that I lost, they were replaced with good quality clients. When you all get to the point, and hopefully it's now, if you haven't already, when you get to the point where you decide I'm going to raise my prices, just know that you know that you know that you are going to lose clients. But don't be afraid of that happening. It has to happen. That's a necessary thing in order for your cake business to grow.
That's
just
right.
like it also has to happen that you just have to deal with friends and family in a different way. Be honest with them and tell them no more. Just like Erica said in her comment, she told the people closest to her, no more free cakes. So if Erica can do it, we all can do it. All you need is a little bit of courage. It doesn't take much. Just do it quickly.
And you'll get peace.
And you'll get peace. And you'll see, guys, once you do it, I mean, yeah, you'll feel, you know, a little uncomfortable. Again, people might get upset, blah, 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 whatever. Just do it. Confront the situation head on, and you'll see how good it feels once you've made that decision. And you don't ever have to deal with it ever again. And you know what the great thing is about friends and family getting upset about you raising your prices?
Here it goes.
They'll never ask you to do another cake ever again, and that's not a bad thing. Now, that's not to say, I mean, we still do.
You have the relationship.
There's a few cousins of mine, you know, that we still do cakes for. And they're probably the only ones that still ask us to do cakes for them. But they would never dream of asking for a discount. And of course, I would never dream of giving them a discount.
Right.
But they're business owners as well. So
Yeah.
they know exactly the situation we're in. And it's a mutual respect.
Right.
So if you really want to find out what friends and what family truly love you and respect you,
test that love walk.
Test that love walk. Have that talk with them. And again, if you see that they get upset, they stop talking to you, they don't want to have anything to do with you
stop
anymore.
inviting you to birthday
Stop
parties.
inviting you to the birthday parties. If you see those things are happening, that's a good thing. Because they just basically told you, you know, we really don't care about you that much.
We just wanted your cakes.
We just wanted your cakes. So have peace, guys. Have peace knowing that what you're going through with your friends and family, every single cake artist on the planet has gone through it. I've gone through it, you've gone through it, and you'll see after this video all the comments that we get of people going through the same thing. And we all have to get to that point where we finally make the decision. This is what separates a true cake business owner from just a cake lady. Do you want to just be the cake lady to your friends and family? Or are you going to have the courage, and are you going to be willing to go through that uncomfortable situation, which doesn't last very long, guys?
No.
It could just be a matter of minutes. But are you willing to go through that uncomfortable situation? First of all, to find out which friends and family truly care about you. But are you willing to go through the situation so that you can finally have the cake business that you are meant to have? Remember, you hold the reins. You're the one that controls in what direction your business is going to go in. So if you decide that you do not have the courage to tell your friends and family no, then basically you have just decided that your business is not going to go anywhere. It's not going to go any farther than what it is already. And if you're not happy with where it is right now, then you have to make that decision. And it might take you a little bit of time to get the courage up to do it, but do it. And a lot of you are going to be sweating, you know, sweating and
breaking right through that deodorant.
Breaking right through that deodorant when you're about to finally step up to that friend, when you're about to finally step up to that family member. But you know what? Do it afraid. Go ahead and do it, and do it afraid, and get it over with. And you'll see, once it's done, once that conversation is over with, oh my God, it is such a relief. You're going to be so happy that you finally did it, and now you are free.
The weight is lifted.
The weight has lifted, and you're finally free from that heavy cloud constantly, you know, hovering above your head, always being terrified. You know, who's gonna call me next for a free cake? You know, who's gonna call me next to wanna ask me for a discount? Now you don't have to worry about that anymore, and you can enjoy your business. A lot of you ask, you know, how is it possible to have a stress-free and anxiety-free business? That's how. That's one of the ways to have a stress-free business, is you deciding how you want your business to go.
That's right.
You know, you control how smoothly your business runs. This also goes back to what we discussed the last time. Don't ever feel obligated. Don't let anybody intimidate you, especially friends and family. Those are the people that are supposed to care about you the most. Don't ever let people intimidate you or push you up against a corner. You know, you put your foot down, guys. It's all a matter of having courage, and you can do it, okay? If I did it, you can do it. And many of you have actually done it, and hopefully you can testify to that in your comments, that it was actually a very liberating thing for you in your business to finally say, no more free cakes, no more discounts. Again, if you decide to do it, go for it. I totally defend your right to want to continue doing free cakes or giving discounts. But remember, if you decide that you're gonna do that, you have forfeited your right to complain.
It's like not voting.
It's, yeah, don't resent your friends and family because you were the one that offered, or you were the one that gave in. So if you don't like that feeling of being a pushover, don't be a pushover anymore. Put your foot down, stand up for yourself, stand up for your business, stand up for your future. If you want your business to go somewhere, we have to buckle down.
Yeah.
Right? That's the only way it's gonna happen.
And if you don't want them to push you around, pues don't let them.
We want to wish everybody the best. We want to wish and send everybody all the courage that you need to make the right decisions for your business. You can do it.
Yeah.
And we really hope that these videos are helping you. And so again, if you have questions, comments, anything to do with the business of cakes, go ahead and leave all the comments below. I think on the next video, we're gonna finally start touching on cake pricing techniques. But for those of you that are interested in learning what you have been paying yourself in the past, because remember guys, that's step one.
That's step one.
You want to learn how to charge correctly for your work. Step number one is first realizing and understanding what you have been paying yourself in the past. So if you haven't yet, go ahead and click on the link below, and you're gonna find the Cake Artist Guide that I highly recommend every single one of you get.
You've gotten a lot of great responses.
A lot,
from
yeah. And it's amazing the response we've gotten from you all. Those of you that purchased the Cake Artist Guide from the last video, I mean, almost instantly after that video was uploaded, I got so many emails of people that had already done it so quickly, and they're saying, wow.
Because they wanted to know.
Yeah, they really, really want to know. And they said, I had no idea that I was undercharging so badly. Huge eye opener. So I know it helps me a lot. It helped me a lot to do it. Every single person in my webinar that has done it, they said that it was literally a life changer. So again, guys, check out the link. Go ahead and purchase your Cake Artist Guide. It's going to really help you. And don't forget to join us next Monday for the next video in our Cake Biz series.
Can't wait.
It's going to be really awesome.
Yeah.
These are just going to get better and better.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, guys. So please know we love you. We are praying for you. Remember to have faith. Continue to be confident and courageous. And we want to wish you and your cake business a lot of success this week. All right, guys. Take care, everybody. Thanks for joining us. God bless you. Bye-bye.